Ever wondered how that delicious bar of chocolate you indulge in comes to life? Today, you will uncover the secrets behind the chocolate-making process. Our journey begins with the humble cacao pod, a fruit so precious it was once used as currency. From the tropical regions where these pods are harvested, we move on to the crucial stages of fermentation and drying, where the magic truly begins. As we delve deeper into the process, we'll explore the intricate practices of roasting and grinding, which bring out the rich flavors we associate with chocolate. We'll then venture into the conching, tempering, and molding stages, where chocolate gets its silky texture and iconic shape. This process is a labor of love, a delicate dance of nature and technology, tradition and innovation. It is an art form that has been perfected over centuries. So, let's embark on this journey to understand how your favorite sweet treat is crafted. The journey of chocolate begins at the cacao tree, the birthplace of all chocolate. These unique trees flourish in the tropical regions of the world, creating a lush canopy beneath the sun. The cacao trees, with their large glossy leaves and vibrant flowers, are a spectacle to behold. Nurtured by the rich soil and the warm climate, they yield the coveted cacao pods. These pods, resembling elongated melons with a rough, leathery rind, are the treasure chests of the chocolate world. Encased within these pods are the precious cacao beans. Each pod can house anywhere between 20 to 60 beans, depending on its size. It's these beans that are the primary ingredient in chocolate. They're the heart and soul of every chocolate bar you've ever savored, every hot cocoa you've ever sipped. From these tropical trees, the cacao pods are harvested, setting the stage for the next step in the chocolate-making process. Once harvested, cacao beans undergo a transformation through fermentation and drying. Let's delve into the fascinating process of fermentation first. This is where the magic truly begins. Freshly harvested cacao beans are packed into containers, often wooden boxes or banana leaves, and left to ferment in their own pulp. This isn't just a waiting game, though. It's a natural process that triggers chemical changes within the beans, converting the sugars in the pulp into alcohol and then into acetic acid. This fermentation process lasts for several days, and it's crucial because it develops the chocolate flavor we all know and love. Now, onto the drying phase. It's not as simple as just leaving the beans out in the sun, although that's part of it. After fermentation, the beans are spread out in a single layer, often on bamboo mats or concrete patios. They're left to dry under the sun, with regular turning to ensure even drying. This process might take up to a week, depending on the weather. Drying is essential because it halts the fermentation process and prevents the growth of mold. It also reduces the beans' moisture content, making them safe for storage and transport. So, from the tropical climates where they grow, the cacao beans undergo a transformative journey through fermentation and drying. This process not only develops their flavor, but also prepares them for their global voyage. With the cacao beans fermented and dried, they are now ready to travel to chocolate factories worldwide. Inside the factory, the cacao beans experience a transformation through roasting and grinding. The journey of the cacao bean continues as it encounters the warmth of the roasting process. Roasting is not just about heating the beans, it's a carefully calibrated process that unlocks the rich, complex flavors hidden within each tiny cacao bean. Imagine toasting a piece of bread. Just as the heat develops the flavor of the bread, turning it from a simple dough to a tasty toast, the roasting process does the same with the cacao beans. It's an art, a science, and a little bit of magic all rolled into one. Once the beans have been roasted to perfection, they're ready for the next transformation: grinding. The roasted beans are placed into a grinder, where they're broken down into smaller and smaller particles. As the beans are ground, they release their fats, or cocoa butter, which mixes with the tiny particles to form a thick, viscous liquid. This liquid, known as chocolate liquor, is not the kind of liquor you might be thinking of. There's no alcohol involved here. Chocolate liquor is simply pure, liquid chocolate, and it's the heart and soul of every bar of chocolate you've ever enjoyed. The chocolate liquor forms the base for all types of chocolate. The final stages of the chocolate-making process involve conching, tempering, and molding, where the chocolate takes its familiar form. Let's delve into the fascinating world of conching first. This stage is named after the conch-like shape of the machines traditionally used. During conching, the ground cacao beans are heated and continuously stirred for several hours, even days. This process helps to smooth out the texture of the chocolate, eliminating any residual grittiness. It also aerates the chocolate, allowing some of the harsher flavors to mellow out and the more desirable ones to come forward. The result is that velvety, melt-in-your-mouth goodness we associate with high-quality chocolate. Moving on, we enter the stage of tempering. Ever wondered why good chocolate has that beautiful, shiny finish and that satisfying snap when you break it? That's all thanks to the tempering process. Tempering involves carefully raising and lowering the temperature of the chocolate to form the right type of cocoa butter crystals. This precise process requires patience and skill, but it's worth it. It gives the chocolate its characteristic sheen, prevents it from easily melting on your fingers, and contributes to its pleasing texture. Finally, we arrive at the molding stage. This is where the chocolate gets to show off its final form. The tempered chocolate is poured into molds of various shapes and sizes, from the classic bar to whimsical shapes like hearts or holiday-inspired figures. Once filled, the molds are vibrated to remove any air bubbles. Afterward, they're cooled, which allows the chocolate to solidify and take on the shape of the mold. And there you have it. The process of making chocolate, from the cacao tree to your favorite chocolate bar. Each step, from conching to tempering and finally to molding, plays a crucial role in creating the delightful treat that brings joy to so many of us.